Hey guys, so my name is Sayyora and I'm here in New Delhi, India for the Brightocular procedure to get my eye color changed. I actually found out about this procedure through a friend of mine. His name is Khalil Underwood, and he's gotten it done and I love it on him. And Khalil actually found out about it from Torrin Green, whom I've also contacted myself as part of my research, and asked him questions about it and how his experience went. And you know, from everything that I've looked up, I felt reassured. I felt very safe to go through with it, and I got the courage, and now I'm here. And today is the day, and I'm super excited. I couldn't be more stoked. Won't tell you guys the color yet. You guys will have to stay tuned to see what I look like after. I've always been very fascinated with light eyes, especially on people with a darker complexion like mine, like brunettes and stuff. You know, you're not used to seeing that. Like, I've always seen people with light eyes that have more of like a blonde hair, blue eyes, but to see eyes like this on somebody who's darker is very exotic to me, and I've always found that so fascinating. And you know, just seeing models and stuff on TV that have darker complexion with light eyes, I would be infatuated. I literally would fall in love every time I would see a woman with light eyes and a dark complexion. Always made me wonder, made me intrigued. Like, I would want to know where she's from and what's her nationality and what's her background, because it's just very interesting to me. And you know, a few years later after that, this has been going on since I was a little girl. Been fascinated. I used to always, when my mom would take me out to the park and I would find out, I was like, Mom, look at that woman, can we go talk to her? And like, it just always made a very big impression on me. I saw the YouTube video of Torrin Green, who had it done, and I decided to reach out to him myself instead of just watching the video, so I could get some personal information from him, first-hand experience. I reached out to him on Instagram, I messaged him, I said, hey, I've seen that you got it done, I'm very interested in doing it myself, and you know, could you just tell me your personal experience? How was it? How did you like it? What were the risks? How did you feel? And he was very responsive, very helpful. And I think he gave me that extra nudge of courage that I needed to talk to another person who had it done personally, and he had the same color that I wanted. So, you know, he told me that it was my biggest thing was the pain. Is it going to be painful? How much is it going to hurt? And he told me it's virtually painless. You don't feel anything. You know, they numb your eyes with the numbing drops. And my biggest thing was, is your vision affected? How can you still see good? So his vision is 20/20, it's perfect, as long as, you know, he just stressed that you need to take care of your eyes after this. Obviously, it's a procedure where an implant is being put into your eyes. It's a foreign object, and you really need to take care of the eye. You need to make sure you put your eye drops, you make sure you go to your checkups with your eye doctor all the time, and, you know, just take care of them and you'll be good. So he gave me that information. I found it very helpful, and I decided, you know what, I think it's time. I think I've been looking through the information and the research for long enough. So I was like, you know what, I'm ready. I traveled to New Delhi, India, long trip, and I absolutely love it here. The people are so nice. I went to my first appointment with Dr. Darwal. He made me feel very comfortable about the procedure. He answered all the questions that I had. You know, he just made sure, like, let me know what is it that you're worried about, and I'll answer all your questions. And that made me feel very comfortable. The procedure itself was, as promised, virtually painless. Just a little bit, you feel a little bit of pressure, but before you even get time to like freak out or like start being worried about it, it's over. 8 to 10 minutes for the whole thing, and I was done. So as I was starting to freak out a little bit, I'm like, oh my God, this is really happening. The doctor's like, that's it, you're finished. And that's it. I didn't really even have time to get scared or, you know, start second guessing myself. And my vision was only blurry for like a couple hours after that, and it came back to normal. I didn't have any type of swelling. The doctor was impressed. He said I was healing like way better than an average person. So that made me feel good. And you know, I'm still getting used to it myself, because this is so different for me. I forget, because it's not like wearing contacts. You don't feel anything. Like, they feel like your eyes until you catch yourself in the mirror and you're like, whoa, like I have this crazy exotic look now. And you know, I already had the exotic look, But in the eyes, I think they just top it off for me. I've always loved standing out. Like even with my tattoos and everything, I've always loved being the person to stand out. I love being the person that people break their neck for and look twice because I look different. So I think this just tops it off for me. Like this is what I needed to complete that look that I was going for, that different, exotic look. And you know, I think it's gonna take some time for me to get used to it because I really forget. I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth, I look in the mirror, and I'm like, whoa. So the color that I went for, it's called Frost Gray, but depending on the lighting that you're in, it kind of changes. So like at nighttime, it could look gray, and then in the sunlight, it like reflects the light and it looks blue. So, which I love that too. It was different all the time. And you know, I'm in love. I love how it looks, and I just want to thank Brightocular so much for giving me this opportunity to do this. Like, I didn't even know this existed. So thank you so much, Brightocular. This has been a great experience, and I'm so excited to start my new life with my new eyes.